Well, hello, it's Bob here, and in this video I'm going to share with you some best practices for a best morning meditation routine. At least these are the things that I've used to be most productive, and I think if you embrace these particular steps first thing out of bed in the morning, I think you'll find that it's benefiting your physical and mental health and your overall well-being. So are you up for that? All right, let's cover the steps. Oh, and by the way, I'm Bob Baker. I'm the author of The Passion Principles, The Empowered Artist, lots of books for musicians and creative entrepreneurs of all types. Also here on the YouTube channel, I post a lot of stuff related to meditation and self-empowerment. And so if you don't already, please consider subscribing to the channel. So first off, I want to say that I am human, and while I strive to do all of these things every morning, I go through phases where I do some of them, where I get off track, where I come back to it. But the thing is, I've noticed when I look back on the most productive times of my life, I tended to do all of these things on a consistent daily basis. So that's where I'm coming from here. So these first couple of things have to do more with biology or physiology. First thing when I get out of bed in the morning is I go to the kitchen and I immediately warm up a kind of large mug of water. You can do that on the stovetop, you can do that in the microwave, whatever. And then I get like a quarter of a lemon and I squeeze the lemon into the mug and then I drink that sucker down. Because here's the deal, you've been going all night, and unless you have a glass of water or you're drinking throughout the night, your body is kind of dehydrated, whether you know it or not when you first get up. So it's good to hydrate yourself, to get a lot of water into your system. And the lemon, even though it seems like it's acidic, it actually has an alkaline quality that's supposed to be really good for you. Another thing you can do is get like a teaspoon of apple cider vinegar and take that and wash it down using the warm water with the lemon in it, and that's supposed to be really good. I don't know all the science behind it, but it's supposed to be really good for your gut. And so those are a couple of things that I do first thing. Go to the kitchen, warm water, lemon, apple cider vinegar. Right after that, I have a seat on the couch and I do these next three things. You can sit in a chair, you can sit on the floor. If you have a special like meditation room in your home, you can go there wherever you're comfortable, but you definitely want to be upright when you do these things. So there's three different things that happen at this point, and I have experimented over the years with doing them in different orders. And so I guess it really depends on what you think is going to serve you best. You can change it up, experiment, see what works best for you. But basically, here's one way of doing it. I sit down and I grab a journal and just start free writing. This is similar to morning pages from The Artist's Way. And so the idea here is to just get thoughts out of your head and get them on paper. You could just free write random thoughts, especially if you wake up and your mind starts getting active with things you have to do that day. This is a great way to just get that out of your head. Any random thoughts, just get them down. You can just make it sort of stream of consciousness, or you could set an intention. You could write affirmations. You could write out goals if you want to, but just sort of journal for at least one page. I know morning pages are supposed to be 3 full pages. I usually don't do that. I usually do like 1 page, sometimes even less, but just to get these ideas out of my head and get them on paper. After that, another thing that I like to do is read something short and inspirational and uplifting, something spiritual. So perhaps you have a book that's like a devotional, or one of these books that has like a lot of short little words of wisdom. Maybe each thing fits on 1 page. Not a long reading session, but just something that you can read short. That's light, that's inspirational, that's uplifting, that has some sort of a wisdom or an affirmation about it. Then after that, I usually meditate. After all, this is a best morning meditation routine. There are many ways to do this. I like to hear like background music. I like to either put headphones on or just play something softly in the room, some sort of mellow, low-key instrumental music. Kind of gets me settled and focused. Sometimes I listen to guided meditations. And in fact, in seeking out guided meditations by other people, I was disappointed quite often by the voices or the style of of a lot of the people that do these things. And so that's one of the reasons I started creating my own. You see there's a lot of my YouTube channel, guided meditations that I've created. And so, yeah, you get to find a voice and a tone that resonates with you, or you can just use music alone. Some people use silence, just the sounds around them. Some people even do open eye meditations where they stare at a candle or something. But I like to close my eyes, listen to some soft music, and just clear my mind and sort of drift over that. And as thoughts come, I just push them over to the side. You know, we all find ourselves going down these rabbit holes of thought, and before you know it, you're thinking about what you're supposed to do. Just let that go. I just try to clear my mind as best I can. And if you're new to meditation, there's no like one way to do it right. Don't think that you have to have this big euphoric experience with it. Just sitting quietly and just doing your best to clear your mind. There's benefits that you probably don't even realize at first, but when you get into a practice, not only does it get easier, but I think you start getting more of the benefits of just slowing down that thought process and that monkey mind that we all have. So again, those three things were journaling, a little bit of reading, and then meditating. And the meditation can be 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20, I mean, whatever is good for you. If you're short on time, just get something in, just get in the daily habit of practicing that and building up from there. But those things can be done in different orders. There's times when I like to do the journaling first and get the thoughts out of my head and read something that's calming and inspiring and centering and then meditate. But sometimes it might be a good idea to try just after you do the water and the apple cider vinegar, maybe to meditate first. Maybe the writing and the reading will activate your mind, and that's not a good thing. So perhaps try meditating first, because you're still in that sort of early morning, just waking up sort of mindset. And then after you meditate, maybe you can then read something inspiring and then go into journaling. That's another series of those steps that make total sense. Meditate, read, journal, or you can journal, read, meditate. You can mix and match them. There's no like one way. You don't have to wear robes. You don't have to know the secret handshake or use any certain mantra. This is make it your own and just play with it and experiment with it without having an attachment to doing it right or just screwing it up. Just get into this habit of feeding your body first with water and the lemon and the apple cider, and then nurture your mind through those three steps. And this helps set the day, set the tone for my days. And I tell you, when I have done this on a regular, consistent basis, it's probably the most productive times that I've had in my life. So what do you think of these best practices for morning meditations and morning routines? I would love to know what's worked for you. Please leave a comment here and let me know. Do you agree with this? Have you embraced any of the things that I've suggested here? Do you do something different? What order would make sense for you? I would love to know. So please leave a comment here. Like I mentioned earlier, if you don't already, please subscribe to the channel, because I'm always posting new things for artists, for musicians, also new guided meditations and meditation music and affirmations and all kinds of stuff that will uplift and inspire you. So again, I want to thank you for watching this. I hope you got something out of it. I appreciate you. This is Bob Baker saying so long for now.